Alright guys, so today we'll be using Burp Suite, which is available with most distributions of Kali Linux for free. So before you start, you're just going to want to make sure that you have the right interface set up. And today we're just going to be performing we're going to be capturing packets on our own host machine. So we're going to use our home IP address, 127.0.0.1 on port 8080. And if this hasn't been pre-configured, which I'm pretty sure is configured by default, but if it's not, you can just go to the Add tab and just set up your interface there. So now I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what Burp Suite's all about, and a lot of it is about capturing HTTP requests and serving as a proxy server over a host machine. So you're going to want to make sure you turn your intercept on, and if an HTTP request is already being made, like it is on my computer for rbRHS.org, it's not going to capture that packet. So you're going to have to turn your intercept off again and then turn it back on when you want to start capturing packets. So now I'm just going to look up rbRHS.org, and you guys are just going to see what capturing that packet looks like on Burp Suite, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what you can do with those packets once they've been captured. So this is what the request looks like once it's been captured by Burp Suite. So there's a lot of stuff in here. We can talk a little bit more in depth about that in another video. But so, just to start, this is the history of previous HTTP requests I've made with the proxy on. So there's a lot of different options you can use, as you can see here. So we're just going to go through a few of those. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Scan to Intruder option, which will allow you to perform a customized automated attacks. So this is kind of like a pen testing tool. You've got Scan to Repeater, which will modify and reissue HTTP requests over and over and over. And then we've got the Scan to Sequencer, which will be used to analyze the quality of randomness in an application's sessions tokens. So that's kind of a little bit of what you can do with the history. So if you've already captured a packet, you can analyze it after the fact, which is kind of useful. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the spider feature. So the spider feature is really cool. I already performed a spider. I've already used the spider feature because it takes a little bit of time, so I'm just going to show you guys what that looked like. So I did that on rbRHS, and the spider feature is used for like automatically crawling an application to discover its content and functionality. So I did that on rbRHS, and if you'll look at my target screen, you'll see that there's a lot of sub requests. And that's because it basically mapped out the entire website and went through all the subtabs and the hyperlinks to find, the functionality of the website. And you can see the JavaScript, the get and post methods throughout the website, and this can be used to find vulnerabilities and that kind of stuff. If you find a potential buffer overflow could be there, a get and post method could be used that could potentially be used to form a SQL injection. So it's useful to look through, for sure. So now we're going to talk about the last thing, which is a paid feature of Burp Suite, which is a really, really cool feature, and that's the scanner. So this is like a really comprehensive scanner provided by Burp Suite, if you choose to pay for it. So it's pretty expensive. It costs about $300 for a year, but it'll do an extremely comprehensive scan of any website strictly based on an HTTP request, and it can be used to find any holes in your website and provide real-time feedback. And it's the big time tool. So if you're interested, you can purchase that. That'll be all for today, folks.